Rich Rising and welcome back to the Hip Hop Hammock. Jamie Foxx, P. Diddy, Harv Pierre, Axl Rose, Jimmy Iovine, Mayor Eric Adams, and ex-New York Governor Andrew Cuomo are a list of few people who have been hit with sexual assault lawsuits. Why are so many people getting hit with sexual assault claims? That's because they fall up under the Adult Survivors Act. So what is the Adult Survivors Act, you may ask? The law, which was signed by New York Governor Kathy Hochul last year, temporarily lifted the statute of limitation for a person filing sexual assault complaint. It was enacted in November of 2022 for a one-year period. The act gives people a look-back window on sexual assault that took place before the 20-year legal statute of limitation. That means civil lawsuits and historical sex crimes can be filed for a limited time. It specifically applies to people who were victims of sexual assault when they were an adult or over the age of 18. In the act, it is also modified to after similar ones for children called the Child Victim Act, which was passed in 2019 in New York as well. Why was this passed? This act was passed to acknowledge the impact of trauma and sexual assault survivors and how it may delay people from coming forward to the legal system at the time of the incident.
We are seeing a series of sexual abuse complaints filed just before a landmark state law ran out. One of the targets is New York City Mayor Eric Adams, who denies a reported assault from 30 years ago. As Elaine Quijano reports, Adams is not the only big name facing a lawsuit.
We gonna stay right here.
One of the biggest names in music, Sean Diddy Combs, is facing new allegations, this time of drugging and sexually assaulting a woman in 1991. She alleges that the music mogul created and distributed a sex video of the alleged assault. A spokesperson for Combs has denied those allegations, stating, "This is purely a money grab and nothing more."
A video recording, if it is authenticated and introduced into evidence, obviously changes a case from a he said, she said.
After more than 30 years, her complaint was filed yesterday under New York's Adult Survivors Act. It allowed a one-year window for filing a sexual assault complaint past the statute of limitations. Almost 3,000 suits have been filed under the act, which expired at midnight. That deadline has prompted a flurry of high-profile sexual assault lawsuits. One against actor Jamie Foxx alleges he sexually assaulted a woman at a New York rooftop bar in 2015. A spokesperson for Fox denied those allegations, stating, "The alleged incident never happened." A former Penthouse model is suing Guns N' Roses frontman Axl Rose, alleging he sexually assaulted her in a New York hotel room in 1989. A statement from Rose's lawyer reads in part, "Simply put, this incident never happened."
What it shows us is that there were many people who did come forward and said, for a variety of reasons, we didn't sue in the past, but we want to vindicate our rights now.
Another suit against New York City Mayor Eric Adams, filed by an unnamed former colleague, alleges he sexually assaulted her while both worked for the city back in 1993. Adams denied the accusations.
I don't even recall who this person is. I've never recalled even meeting them.
With the window to file now closed, there are calls to extend the law. For CBS Mornings, Elaine Quijano, New York.
Now let me say this. One thing about them tables, they always turn. Now, I think that being that Cassie settled last week, it opened up a door for other victims to have the courage to move forward. I think that a lot of women have suffered in silence over the years. It was a huge risk, especially for black women, to come forward without being threatened from the powers that be. Such phrases as "you'll never work in this town again" and "I can make your life very difficult." This is nowhere near done. Being that Friday the 24th was the deadline, next week expect to see more claims and more allegations on your timeline. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Like, subscribe, hit the bell here. It's the Hip Hop Hammock. Peace.